The microphone goes in your face.
Did done. It is.
Really? This?
It is.
This pose?
Yeah, that's where you go.
That pose the whole time?
Well, listen, I got a limp.
Yeah, first of all, I think you got to do some twisting. Twist and shout. Twist and turn.
I'm swearing right now. I swear.
You know what makes me happy? That we're recording this on film. That makes me very happy.
I'm here for you, buddy. That's the reason I showed up today.
Got
stuck
you're
in
here
traffic.
for you. This podcast was your idea.
I walked through
I'm
the
trying
rain.
to travel the world. You're trying to
Travel to
shoot
space.
the shit.
Cursed already.
I
know.
Yeah.
Still.
That's fine.
2. Oh.
Fuck you.
No, see, I messed up.
Welcome to More Space Required with my co-host, Tyler, the Jade Jehovah Jezebel from Johannesburg.
No. Jaden? No, you can't bring my kids into this. Come on. You got to go again. You flubbed it. You flip-flopped the flim flam.
My co-host, Tyler, the fucking douchebag.
See, now with the cursing. Children watch this show, Josh.
They shouldn't. They shouldn't, though. Welcome to More Space Required. My co-host, Tyler, the Jaded Jehovah Jezebel from Johannesburg.
Producer, I felt like that was a little over-enunciated.
I feel like that was a little under-enunciated there, Tyler. Got to work on your diction.
Oh!
And I compile... Fuck!
Yeah.
Bastard!
Yeah.
And I compile our combined 71 years, almost 72 years.
Yeah, but not
we got
quite.
a birthday coming up.
And that's what matters.
Of useless knowledge and try to hammer it into something coherent and thoughtful. So, let's jettison the data trash, which is your phone. I'm using that as a physical representation.
No, it worked.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of impressed.
And we're talking about...
Biomutant. But first, I want to do a little shout-out.
You're doing a shout-out?
I'm going to do a little shout-out.
No one watches this.
No, I know. It's fine. Sometimes
Okay.
you shout into the void.
Do a shout-out to the void. Put the mic in your face before you do a shout-out so they can actually fucking hear you.
I want to say hi to Quarter Crew.
That's a new T-shirt. That's a new T-shirt.
Yeah, Quarter Crew, right? The thing that I watch. Get off my balls.
Quarter Crew will never hear you unless you're talking to the goddamn
I'm
microphone.
saying, right? They did this video. Well, first, I've told you before that I have the conspiracy theorists at my bar.
I think I've met a couple of them.
But the main one, Corona's a lie. Vaccinations are full of nanorobots.
Oh, I haven't met that one. I've met the one that didn't want me to take coronavirus vaccine because I could just eat
No, this
zinc.
one's far worse. This one, Alex Jones and all kinds of stuff, right?
Oh, Jesus.
So we're sitting at the bar, where I'm not. I'm working at the bar. But he's sitting next to this other dude, Andy, who's pretty okay. And he's like, dude, have you seen this? And Andy's like, what? He's like, yeah, man, DARPA. You heard of DARPA? And he's like, no. He's like,
The Defense Research
look
Institute.
At Wikipedia. They got a whole thing. It's real. Look at Wikipedia.
We all know DARPA's real.
You should know that, right? He's like, look, they're making these robots. And I was like, the mule? And he goes, no. These things got guns and shit. Like, watch these.
Is it a drone?
No.
Because we have robots.
No.
And turns out they're worse than walking around robots. They can fucking fly.
He's showing Andy, and Andy's like, what the fuck? And I look at it, and it's Bosstown Dynamics. I don't know if you saw this video.
Okay, I know Boston Dynamics.
Right. So Quarter Crew does a spoof of it.
Corridor Crew being like
big
the
VSF,
modern day
VFX.
rocket jump channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did some CGI once in our lifetime, so I like to watch it.
Full Sail. Shout out to Full Sail.
But they put one of their dudes, Clint, that quit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a mocap suit. And they walk him through a training course, right? And so this
And
dude
they
is
CGI.
watching.
Oh my God.
And he's like, yeah, look at what they're doing. Look at this. So I enjoy this very much. And I doubt, it's a high compliment to the artist that they fooled.
That it was real enough. Yeah. It wouldn't.
So,
I've seen their videos. Like, it's good, fast CG.
Yeah. So I walk over there. I'm like, no. Look, dude. And I show him the making and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Look, you can look. It's just a dude in a suit. And he goes, yeah, but in New York City right now, they've got these other ones. Have you seen the other ones? And it's just a fucking mule.
It's the DARPA mule being used by the NYPD. Everyone was like, there's robots. And I'm like, it's the DARPA. It's the little DARPA mule.
Yeah, but they run on AI, and they're taking
They don't, though.
Yeah. But the thing about it was like, damn, dude, I just showed you how this works, and then you immediately jumped on to the next thing. It's very compliment Corridor Crew, fucking diss to humanity, I guess.
It amuses me that you think Corridor Crew will ever see this.
I'm just saying, other people that watch this might watch them now.
I'm going to tag them.
Yeah, no.
I don't know how that works on YouTube, but I'm going to tag them.
Hashtag them. I don't know.
No, I'm just going to tag them.
Potter.
Ha!
Whoa.
Yeah. Did you mean pounds? I'll pound sign them.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, I'll pound sign them.
Yeah. Anyway.
So we're talking about Biomutant.
We're gonna now, yeah.
So last episode, we ended it with kind of wanting to talk about how I feel like this game is going to be, what's going to be in this game, and what I hope
Possible benefits.
this game might provide to the gaming industry as a whole.
Yeah.
How it was made, how it gets released, what it's like. You were then going to follow that up with all the details you know and see if you can disappoint me.
Yes.
Okay.
Aiming high.
So, all right, here's what I know about the game. Open world, has a narrator, which I'm interested in because one of my favorite games was always Bastion, which
That dirty Bastion.
the narrator in that though, and
That was
even the
great. The
music
music
that
was
they had
awesome.
was phenomenal. It is, like we already talked about, Devil May Cry style combat with combos and stuff like that. You have ranged weapons, melee weapons. There's a crafting system. There are different breeds. There are perks, and from what I know, most of the perks are available to any class. Some perks are specific to class. I do know one of their classes is locked behind a pre-order, which, I mean, I did pre-order the game because we do have to play it because we are talking about it.
My
but
thing on
I
that
don't
is like they're basically a small studio. I'm gonna buy it anyway.
They're being published by THQ Nordic. It's not like they're a little indie group.
No, but still, they're not 12,000 strong. It's not EA.
Which means it might be good.
Yeah. But I don't mind throwing them a couple extra bucks.
All right.
I didn't even. I don't mind throwing it to them soon.
Gotcha. Well,
I'm not going to go to
you
Blockbuster.
did get burnt from CD Projekt Red on that.
Yeah, hardcore. Your
So-
fault.
Your fault.
Nope, blaming you.
Yeah, 100% you. It's not my fault. You didn't enjoy it. I
Why
enjoyed
do you
my
keep looking
time.
at the data trash?
I don't know. It's there and it's bothering me.
No longer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You jettisoned that data trash.
Gone. Look out
I know.
below.
I know that they've taken. You got to move the mic. Look out below.
No, I moved me. This is better though. I'm not allowed to move the mic.
This
I
is
get
better.
yelled at.
No, move the mic. It's not moving the mic you get yelled at about.
I'm going to work on not moving it today. I'll move it tomorrow.
You know we're on a time limit.
We'll get to work.
Our producer's staring very angrily at us. Right
That's
out of the
not
corner of my eye.
unusual.
She's always there. She's always there.
I've been conditioned to that.
She's giving me this
Yeah,
symbol.
we'll go.
I forgot what I was going to talk about. Biomutant. They have taken their time. They
Yeah.
have not done a lot of hype up until recently, and I've been
No.
trying to avoid it, but recently they have done quite a large
There's
media
been
and
some
marketing
push.
blitz. I do know that it's been done for a while, and the director had said specifically that we took our time doing the Q&A testing. If this game does well, my hope is a sea change in how games start getting made. Games are fucking expensive, and like you said, they have massive studios. I don't think any game has been 1,200
No,
people
probably
so
not,
far,
but-
but some of them have been 500 or 600 people. And I think even though there's been some great ones, I know Red Dead Redemption 2, the story probably wasn't your cup of tea, but a lot of people did love it. It was
Is it the first one or the second one?
the second one.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, a little bit slow.
It's a
for
fun
you.
little sandbox.
The whole
for a while.
cattle ranching part, I'm pretty sure, pissed you off.
Very upset.
Spoilers?
Are they flying around?
Yes, they're here.
That's
These
gonna
games are
sound
expensive.
great.
They can be good. Wow, I'm putting that in somewhere. It's the new intro.
I hope the
Welcome to More
headphones
Space
are
Required.
securely tucked in.
I'm hoping that we start getting a little bit more creativity and originality. It's not a AAA game, but it's not an indie game. I'd say it's a AA game. And there's been a couple out already that are like that. The Outer Worlds, made by Obsidian.
Spaceship or Space
Spaceship.
Planet?
Not the one where the solar system's going to explode.
Okay,
the
the other
other
one.
one. The one made by Obsidian. It's kind of like Fallout New Vegas, but
Yeah.
in space. It's light, it's short, it's not as big as something like Fallout or Skyrim or Witcher, but it was good. AAA.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, double A.
AA.
Double A.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more games in that category because I'd like to see
A little more innovation and risk.
yeah, creativity and something
sure.
different and change. And when I first saw Biomutant 4 years ago, I was jazzed because it looked so much different from everything else on the landscape. And it still does outside of Breath of the Wild and Genshin Impact. And that's my hope. My hope is this game is fun. The combat needs to be snappy because it's a kung fu fable is what they keep saying. I want the ranged to actually have an effect. Like if you go back and you play like the older Devil May Cries, your range was only there to keep your combo up. It never really did all that much damage.
Yeah, that's true.
The crafting, I've heard from two different sources, websites.
Those are sources.
I'll cite them at the end of this
I don't
in
have
my
reliable-
bibliography.
Yeah.
That the weapons do have a repair meter, which I know I did not like from Breath of the Wild.
We talked about that last episode.
And what else? I do know there's a karma system. I know that there's multiple tribes. I know that there are 2 different endings. That's what I know. And that's a lot for this game. And I did not know all those things were in there. And apparently the crafting system might be bigger, whatever. If this game does well, then it shows that a single-player, inventive, not quite AAA game can exist in this market. And it doesn't need to be these massive EA and Ubisoft blockbusters.
It's Ubi. Continue. No,
Sexual Assault the Game Company.
Oh, right.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, is that what Ubi means?
Well, apparently,
Yeah.
yes. It doesn't need to be these massive $1 million marketing budget blockbusters. I mean, shit, Cyberpunk, I don't remember the estimate that I saw, and I don't know if it's accurate, but I do remember someone quoting the number of $112 million for the marketing, not to develop the game, just to put Keanu Reeves' fucking Johnny Silverhand face on the side of a bus.
They put a lot more money into the marketing than they did the game, to be fair.
No, they put a lot of money into the game. They didn't put a whole lot of money into
product.
QA or, you know, project management.
Yeah, anyway.
So that's where I'm at. I'm hoping this game does well because not only will I enjoy it more, but it might mean more shit like it. But my fear is this game does poorly, and EA is like, fuck that, loot boxes. Like,
I'm sure, dude, Biomutant's going to have loot boxes, let's be fair. I'm kidding.
Will it?
I mean,
You would have just ruined the whole thing for me. I'm like, yeah, turns out, Tyler, if you wanted to see if you could disappoint me, congratulations.
like, you know, in the traditional sense where you find a treasure chest.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with that. This shit of saying the microtransactions are only cosmetics, I like the cosmetics.
I love the term microtransaction. And it's like, yeah, if there's one of them, asshole.
Yeah.
It just turns out it's a smaller part of a macro transaction.
So the swarm of transactions is only cosmetic.
Yeah.
I miss the days of playing an RPG and making my guy look cool because I earned the equipment. I don't want to go buy the skins like you.
Yeah, I do that. But I mean,
The moment that Native American one came out for Call of Duty Warzone, you were like, yep, spending money, spending all the money on
came
it.
with a wolf.
But wouldn't it be better if you could just earn that in game?
Yeah.
That's why it frustrates me.
But you can't.
Fair point. So
Alan.
you are going to tell me things about the game.
Yeah. Do we break in the middle of these? I don't remember.
No,
Okay.
these just go straight through.
Mighty bushwhack. So, I've seen differing reports on the I did it again. I thought I had it this time. Degradation of the weapons. I don't know which one it is.
I don't think it's the degradation. What are you pissing on that sword?
That's denigration.
Nope. To degrade something, to degrade someone is
Yeah.
degradation.
What's denigrate?
Couldn't. Producer! She was already typing. What's denigrate mean?
Weapon degradation. That's a thing.
Probably.
Criticize unfairly. Disparage.
Yeah.
Are you disparaging your sword if you're denigrating it? No.
Yeah.
But the degradation of the sword,
You're
something
a-
about that doesn't seem
you're
right.
a stick.
You fucking stick. You grackle.
So I don't know which way that goes. If it does, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. But if it doesn't, whatever. One of the things about the crafting system is there's like a million different possibilities, which is fun. But you know how like it's got like colored loot, right? Like Destiny or whatever.
Yeah, I did hear. Yeah, they're doing
Yeah.
the blue, purple, green, all
But
that
the thing
shit.
about it is if you get like a green one, right, and you like it a lot, you can go to crafting stations and upgrade its individual pieces to then make its rarity higher because its stats increase.
That's similar to Outriders that just came out. You
I
could
didn't-
upgrade.
yeah.
You could increase the rarity
But
of
I'm
your
okay
loot.
with that. Like I get to
Yeah.
design a thing, and if I got to put work in it to make it work, fine. That's cool. I didn't realize how much of an RPG it was. So you're talking about like the range
I
having
know
an effect?
very little about how much of an RPG it is.
So like, okay, the breeds, each one has a benefit to two stats, I think, right?
Okay.
And each one does a different thing. Some are more balanced, some are more focused. Like there's basically a wizard breed, right? That gets a better,
Psy?
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
rating. And then each class then amplifies that in a certain direction.
Okay.
So like there's one that does more range damage. So it's my understanding that you can focus on doing guns and shit from a distance and then pump that stuff up through the RPG elements,
Okay.
right?
I like that.
So that's interesting. It does look like the perks that you start with the classes, because that's the other thing they do. They'll give you a perk or two.
So I know, again, random Reddit post that found its way into my feed. Most of the, and this is from people who got the game early, stores
They
breaking
ain't got
street.
that patch.
We'll talk about that in a second. I do know from some of those, they're talking about how most of the perks are available, but there are 1 to 2 perks per class that are unique to that class.
Yeah,
that
and then it
cannot be
seems
switched
like
over.
the other ones you can acquire, even if it's about
Yeah.
where you start, not where you finish.
Yes, except for the ones that are class
Right,
specific.
which I hadn't heard that yet.
Again, I'm taking a lot of these reports that come from the people who
Yeah.
got the games broken
With
street
grains of
date.
sugar, yeah, I get it.
because they're so sweet.
But the other thing is, like, so you're going to, like, level up throughout the game, and there's side quests, and there's all of these different tribe stuff you can do, and there's secrets you can find. And the armor, I don't think the helmets are upgradable, but, like, your chest pieces and your legs and whatever.
So can I pick the stats on my armor? Because I'd like to look like a pretty kick-ass red panda. And
Right.
again, even though we keep bringing it up, now go back to
So-
Cyberpunk 2077 where my stats equal douchebag.
Not only that, but I think each upgradable piece that goes into the armor has a different effect as well. Like this one's good for slashing or fire or whatever, and then you can upgrade those to have like a base armor.
Do you know if they have a transmog system?
I don't know.
Gotcha.
I haven't heard that. What else? See, so we're getting so close to it now that I feel like everything I know you already know as well.
I really don't. Again, I've been trying to avoid it. The only other piece is every so often something will show up in my Reddit thread. And then I did watch the trailer where the director, something Lundqvist, does an overview, like a 6-minute trailer. I don't know if you've seen
I
that.
think I saw that one too.
And we'll put it down in the description, the link for it.
Yeah.
But he does like a whole overview of the gameplay and kind of what it is. And I skimmed through it, knowing that we still had to record this part.
Yeah.
So I did not want to learn too much.
Yeah.
I do know my hope. I always play a magic class in every game we play. You know that.
So I've seen some of the spells in action. Some of them are pretty sweet looking.
And that's the thing. I don't know if I want to play a magic class.
Yeah.
Because to me, post-apocalyptic but verdant kind of, what's the game? It's the game
Enslaved.
Andy Serkis, Enslaved. Enslaved style post-apocalypse or Horizon Zero Dawn post-apocalypse. I want to be six-string samurai.
Yeah, which is cool, but I don't know how much of like investing into that concept is going to hurt your ability to
That's what I
magic.
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how much they're going to lock that in or...
And another thing that I saw that was super cool, so each one of these creatures you make gets a unique DNA strand, which then other people can put in to copy your build and look.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you get like designer.
Can share it between people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's my other question then is there a level cap?
Not that I've heard of. But it can go from 13 to 65 hours, so I don't know.
Yeah, that one interested me a lot.
Yeah, and I don't know what you're gathering. I don't know if you like pick stats to level up. I know there's like cybernetic upgrades you can get.
Plus, I assume the mutations.
Right, yeah.
That's a big part
So I
of it.
don't know how all that's going to stack and play together, but it looks like it's super, super deep.
Okay.
And like even the guns and the crafting system, we talked about this a little bit. There's a stock and a handle and a barrel and a muzzle.
Yeah, I
and
saw an
each
exploded
one.
view
Yeah.
of one of the weapons,
And
and
a
there was like
scope.
8 different fucking parts,
Yeah,
and they
you
all
can
did
swap
different
all
shit.
of that. Yeah.
That's cool.
And then the melee stuff has a handle and then a blade, and then the blade will have things you can attach to it.
Okay. So question for you then, from
Yeah.
the trailers that I've seen. I know you hate a few things in video games deeply, one of which is orbs. You hate all orbs.
So much.
But if I remember correctly, you also are not a fan of damage numbers.
It depends. If I'm in like a real world, I've got an M16 and I'm hiding around a block, I don't want to shoot you and see 26 bounce off.
So
If I'm in Destiny and I shoot you with a laser beam while I'm wearing my cape that lets me jump higher, then fine.
So how do you feel about the comic book words?
I love it.
Do you really?
Yeah, I think it really. I was watching trailers early on that it had the onomatopoeias pop out or whatever, and then I watched another one where I didn't see them. I'm like, oh shit, I hope they didn't cut that out because I think it really fits. That's the thing, is they're not going for some realism thing.
Yeah, no, God, no.
Yeah,
Nowhere
it's-
near photorealistic.
It's like a furry comic book. Kind of into it. I think it's kind of cool.
Oh, God, there's a thing I haven't thought of.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well,
No.
each their own. I don't mind. They fight Nazis. I'm all about it.
Did they fight Nazis?
Yeah. Nazis tried to gas bomb one of their conventions or did do that at one point. Yeah, there's a whole it's a whole
There's
thing.
a fucking episode.
There's a whole
The
thing.
gas bombing of furries by Nazis?
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Fucking Nazis. How is that a thing? Whatever. It's a different...
Well,
it's a whole,
when you're fighting for racial superiority, you
I kinda
got to
wa-
bring down the bears.
I wanted to do an episode where we talk about all these different Nazi groups and what they call themselves and what they do. And then I saw a stand-up special by a I believe he is Indian American comedian named Harry Kondabalu. And he has a quote in there that I really liked, which was he was talking about calling them all Nazis on stage. Someone came up to him after the set and was like, they're not all Nazis. Some are Proud Boys. Some are this, some are that. And he's like, yeah, they think we're all the same. You think I give a fuck what they call themselves? So I scratched that idea. I never brought it up to you because...
Well, I mean, it's still interesting.
Well, no, I don't want to give them any form of a... Fuck Nazis.
Well, for me, it'd be more like, okay, if somebody says this, then you know. Like the flat Earth. A lot of people don't realize that shit comes from Nazi propaganda.
It really does. Yeah.
That's a lot of where that push comes from.
Yeah, it does.
Fucking egregores.
So, circling back.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to talk about. I have been seeing a lot of Reddit threads about people who have gotten the game from a broken street date and are playing it.
Yeah.
And they have posted their pros and cons and trying to keep spoilers out for the most part. What I keep seeing is on every single con they mention, someone in the comments goes, well, you don't have the day one patch.
Oh, right.
And I mean,
I didn't know
people
that was like
out
thing.
there.
I mean, it's just a thing.
It was the same thing with Cyberpunk, though.
Yeah.
And I remember, okay, so what it reminds me of is way back when No Man's Sky came out. No Man's Sky was hyped.
That one, though, is that one in
That
Cyberpunk,
hype train was
the
a
idea that there's
fucking
going to be so
freight
much
train.
in this patch that it's going to change the entire
And that's
game.
what killed me. I remember I was very excited about No Man's Sky. I was super excited. And
He
people
did the
got a
Colbert
copy.
repair
Say what-
show. With Colbert, the
Dude,
late night,
they did
whatever he is now.
everything.
Yeah.
And on those, and again, he has Sean Murray just blatantly lied. Like straight up lied about multiplayer and all this shit. Granted, it has now, through a bunch of free updates over the last 4-ish years, has become something that is more than what they originally advertised. So congrats on that. And I do enjoy it. It's not your type of game, but I do have a lot of fun with it. It's very chill for me.
Shoot a laser at that rock. Why? Well, you're going to get little rocks out of it. Why? Well, you're going to build a spaceship.
You're going to get ferrite dust out of it.
Right.
And you don't build a spaceship, you buy a spaceship. You build a base. Get your shit together, Tyler.
How do you get a spaceship to start with?
You start with a spaceship. Well, technically, you start near a
I
crash
thought
landed
you had
spaceship.
to build the... Oh, that's right. You had to repair the
You gotta
spaceship.
repair the spaceship, yeah.
Yeah.
But it has gotten better, and it's beautiful now. Like, they've really made it something else. But again, an entirely procedurally generated galaxy, it lacks, truthfully, the human touch, obviously.
Yeah.
And without that human touch, there's no kind of narrative focus. Now, they've added things like
I am
derelict freighters and all
Curious
these
about
missions.
that in Biomutant because it's my understanding that the zones are procedurally assigned like stats, whether they're radioactive or too cold or whatever.
I'm fine with that.
No, yeah, I'm saying I just don't know how. I don't know. When we sit down and play together, like, were you going to walk out into different worlds? Because I don't think the world is procedurally generated.
Well, that's one of the things I always wanted to play No Man's Sky with you is to start off on the different worlds and see the path. But then again,
And then come together, spaceship over cheese. The moon's made out of cheese. Go ahead.
that's our new intro. I always wanted to play with you to see how we came up, what our ships look like, what the planets look like. But after that, it's all the same. The rest of the gameplay is the same for everyone else.
Yeah.
There's no real difference. 18 quintillion planets, but none of them are different. They all house all the same shit. So who gives a shit?
Yeah.
They just look different. Procedural generation's just not there yet. But when it broke Street Date, everyone was like, this game fucking sucks. Everyone playing it was like, this game is garbage, looks like garbage, plays like garbage, and it's not a game. It's a beautiful screensaver. And everyone was like, yeah, but the first day patch isn't out yet.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting at my computer going, well, I mean, it's a real big patch.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe 1.2 gigs can fix what they've built over the last 6 years. And it came out. I was so fucking disappointed. It was a bummer. And so I'm seeing that now, but the cons I'm seeing aren't as bad. It's complaints here and there. I do know that the visual fidelity is not as great on the last generation of hardware, PS4 and Xbox.
Well, I mean, I think the big complaint that I've seen is that on the PS5, it isn't running at native 4K.
Which, again,
they didn't build it for that.
yes, it was built for the PS4, and it's still upscaled 4K. It still looks fucking fine.
Yeah.
And it's running 60 frames a second on the PS5. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. But that's
And also, who gives a shit? No one has a goddamn PS5 beyond scalpers.
I almost spent $1,300 on one yesterday.
You texted me
I
about
know,
it.
That's why I texted you. I was like, "This is
13
fucking ridiculous."
I could build you piecemeal an amazing gaming computer for $1,300.
It comes with 2 controllers.
Well, fuck me.
So close.
Although, out of the PS5, the main thing I want is the controllers.
Yeah, no, that's
I
the
don't give
whole-
a shit about
that's
the
the only reason
console.
I wanna play Returnal.
The haptic feedback,
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah,
But
and Deathloop.
our producer is telling us
Hey guys, we did it.
we are out of time.
Yeah. So,
So,
we'll come back with
We're going to come back for this. So
some hands-on-
We're hopefully going to release this video on Monday the 24th,
Yeah.
which is the day before the game comes out. And then we want to try and put out a review the following Friday. And it's not going to be your normal gaming journalist review. We're just
No,
going to
we're
talk
gonna
about
get-
how we fucking thought of
yeah,
it.
3 to 7 light shades.
8 shades.
8 shades.
I got time for 7
8
shades.
shades of game.
What's the name of the 4th Assassin's
No.
Creed? Fucking say it.
We're out of time. Okay, bye. I did your part. Let's go. Flag, motherfucker.
Thank you. All right, bye.